Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome for the very first time. But yeah, so today I wanted to share with you guys my pregnancy for two reasons. One, I've been wanting to do that for quite some time. And reason number two is because somebody had the audacity to claim that I was not actually pregnant because I didn't announce it on my YouTube. I thought that was kind of crazy. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do this video, share this happy moment with you guys. So now let me get started with the question. So how did I find out I was pregnant and what was my initial reaction or our initial reaction? Well, it's actually a very funny story because I found out really late. And so basically I went to a gynecologist in December, like the 29th to be exact. And I went there because I wanted to get checked because something was off. Something wasn't right. And also like my stomach, I've always had a pretty flat stomach, and all of a sudden it was kind of like, it was starting to look big, and I knew that I didn't do anything. Like I didn't eat anything. I'm not a beer drinker, so I was like, why am I having a beer belly? So basically I went to see the gynecologist, told him, well, I just want to make sure, whatever. So he gave me an ultrasound. Basically he just put the thing on my tummy. He was like, yep, that's a pregnancy. And I was like, okay, great. And so, he took a little bit more time, looked around, showed me my little baby. And then he started looking around the rest of my fluids in my stomach, tried to just see how everything was. And then bam, he found baby number 2. And so as he said to me, there's 2 of them, I paused. Well, I didn't actually pause. My initial reaction was just laugh. I laughed because all I could see was Simo's face, and I thought to myself, he's gonna have a heart attack. He's gonna faint on me. Like he's gonna be like, what? Are you kidding? And I wrote to Simo because I wrote to him like on WhatsApp. He didn't believe me, so I just took a screenshot. Like I took a photo of my hand on the printout of the ultrasound, and there was my name on it and the date of today, so he knew it wasn't a joke. And so he was like, holy crap. So his reaction as opposed to mine was like, oh my god, how far along am I and when is my due date? Okay, so basically when I found out I was pregnant, I was 18 weeks. And that was pretty late. My babies are due in the last week of May, but they are expected to come a little earlier than that because I've already started opening up a little bit. Have we picked out the names yet? Yes, we have. We've had them for a little bit of time. Just daddy was hesitating for the name of one, and I was like, you gotta make up your mind, because I picked one name, so he picked the other name, and it was just like, okay, make up your mind, because I really want to start calling them by their names, because when they give me kicks and when I bond with them, I like to call them by their name so they have their little identity. And so yes, we do have the names, and I'll probably tell you guys towards the end of the video after I reveal the genders. So yeah, based on my culture, am I going to have a baby shower? My culture is very confusing. I don't know if I have a specific one, because I'm a third culture kid. For instance, the baptism is going to happen exactly 7 days after the birth. Like that's culturally, that's what we do. As far as the baby shower thing, it's not really cultural. It's not something we do technically, because people tend to be very superstitious and skeptical, and like until they see the babies, they're afraid of celebrating too much and stuff, especially here in Senegal. And so a baby shower, at first I didn't think we were gonna have one, but then my cousin and my sister decided they were going to, and so they organized it, and it was like the happiest moment I've had. It was like a really beautiful moment. It just made me feel like, oh, my kids are so loved, and what more could a mother ask for than to see her children be loved, and seeing like the men of your life right there. I mean, everything was just great. And I know guys don't attend baby showers, but I wanted Simo there, and he was, so thank you, Simo. What's the most difficult part about being pregnant, and what do I enjoy the most? Okay, so the most difficult part for me I don't know, because I'm pretty much enjoying all of it. I didn't have a difficult pregnancy, to be honest. I think the difficult part for me is being hungry all the time, because I have these really terrible aftertaste after everything I eat. There's nothing that I eat that doesn't leave me an aftertaste. So like everything, like, you know, from my breakfast, you know, bread and milk, and then cakes and rice and pasta and chicken, meat, like everything gives me a terrible aftertaste. So it's not really exciting for me to eat right now. It's just something that I have to do because I have to feed these two badasses. Not being able to sleep on my stomach, who am I kidding? That's the hardest part, because I sleep on my stomach and I know it's not recommended and it's not supposed to be healthy, but that's what I do. The part that I love the most, I think the most beautiful part of it is feeling the kicks, seeing them move, seeing your whole stomach just go, because babies are like having a party in there, you know? Do I have stretch marks? Ooh, child. Do I have stretch marks? I have more than stretch marks. I got tiger stripes, zebra stripes, ripples, and like, you know, it's crazy, because when I think about what my stomach used to be, and that feels like it was years ago, now my stomach is on some other mess. It's huge, and like I have stretch marks all over it. Like the ones below my belly button are darker, and the ones above them are lighter, which is really weird. And honestly, I'm concerned that when I give birth, my stomach is going to end up looking like a dried grape. Okay, so what am I having? Okay, so as you know, I'm having twins. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of background on my family. Like, if you guys have watched my ethnicity tag with my sister, then you know that I'm part from Benin. And Benin is actually recorded to be the country in which there are the most twins in the world. Like, we are a twin producing factory. So my dad is actually a twin. He has not an identical twin, but he has a fraternal twin. His sister is his twin. And basically in that generation, I think there were other twins, but that generation did not make twins. So basically it skipped a generation, and so we used to always say anyways, oh, you know, it's our generation that's gonna have twins again, blah blah blah, because it's usually how it goes. And I used to always say, I'm gonna have twins, I'm gonna have twins, I'm gonna have twins. And so basically what I'm having is, I'm not having identical twins, I'm having fraternal twins, okay? And that basically means that it's two different eggs that actually got fertilized by two different sperms. So good job, Simo. And having fraternal twins, I wasn't sure as to whether I was gonna have two of the same sex or if I was gonna have one of each. So the first time I went to that first day that I went to find out I was having twins, he told me there was one girl, but he couldn't tell me for sure for the second baby. So I was like, this is so cool. And then the second time I went to see him, a couple weeks later, a month later, he's like, well, actually, it looks like you're having two boys. And then I switched OBGYNs because my mom came back from Cameroon. She was on a trip for like 3 weeks. And she was like, no, you gotta go see mine. You gotta see the one that delivered your brother like 20 plus years ago. You gotta go see him. He's very good. He's very, you know. So I was like, you know what, Mom, okay, cool. These are your grandchildren. I know you're crazy about them. I'm not gonna argue with you. Let's go. So I went. And that day he was like, okay, there's one boy, but it looks like the other one is a girl. So I was like, okay. So we're doing this again. And then we went to see him another time. He was having a hard time finding it, so he was like, I can't tell if this is a boy or girl, whatever. So he searched, and he's like, yeah, it's official, you're having two boys. The names, right? One starts with a K, one starts with an N. I picked the one with K, Simo picked the one with the N. I picked Kendrick, and the funniest thing is originally I was telling Simo, if we have two boys, I'm gonna name one Kendrick and the other one Lamar. Get it? Yeah, that's not funny. And he's like, we ain't doing that. So he picked Nathan for the second one. And so we're having a Kendrick and a Nathan. That was it for my pregnancy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, leave them down below. I'll answer you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.